Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to finish off my rookie draft that I've been sharing with you. Where we left off was in the second round. I took Pat Freiermuth from Pittsburgh Steelers, who was a second round pick at tight end. He filled a big need I have. So we're going to pick up from there, and then we're going to do a quick draft recap, and then we're going to talk about what's coming up in the future. So let's do this. Okay, so I started off the third round with a trade. I got Anthony Firkser for my second pick in the third round. Now, why would I get Anthony Firkser? I think that's how you say it. Now, he was a Tennessee Titans second tight end last year. Their starter, Jonnu Smith, signed a 4-year contract with New England Patriots, which means this guy is the guy going forward in 2021. As you can see, his projections are already been updated to this year as a starter, and they're projecting 52 receptions, 628 yards, 7 touchdowns, and even a rushing touchdown. I don't know how they get that, but hey, I'll take it. So he's getting starting numbers now at the tight end position. And why is that important? That's important because he's a guy you can go out and get in your dynasty leagues at a cheap price. Most people don't even know about this guy. Most people don't value him if he's on their fantasy team. They'll probably sell him for a third or even a fourth round pick. So it's worth a shot. Try and get him. Now in our league, it's a salary cap league, so salary is also important. And in our league, this guy was a waiver pickup. His salary is only $10. Our salary cap is $1,825. So as you can see, this guy, to me, has a lot of value because, first, his salary is so low. He fills a position of need, and he's going to be starting this year. So I was very excited about this move. Initially, in the trade talks, I was offered he was trying to get a second-round pick out of me. I wouldn't bite. I stuck whole firm to a third. And I got him for the second pick in the third round, which is fine. I have 2 more third-round picks that I used and addressed other needs. So let's take a look at the rest of my draft. As you can see, here I have my whole draft, the 5 players I got in the 4 rounds, minus the tight end I just traded for. As we remember, I started off with Najee Harris with the second pick overall in the draft. That addressed my running back. Pat Freiermuth addressed my tight ends. And I went back at running back again in the third. Why? Because I like to take a lot of chances at drafting running backs because they're such an important position and they're so hard to find that you really just need to take as many opportunities at these guys as you can get. They're not always going to work out. We all know that. But as you can see, we'll take a look now at Kenye Nwangu, and he was a 4th-round pick from the Minnesota Vikings, who have had injury problems in the past with their running back. His name is escaping me at the second, but he's a guy that, especially in a 17-game series, could get an opportunity. You don't draft a running back in the 4th round if you're not going to probably use him at least a couple downs. And if he's good, who knows what happens in the future, especially with the extra game this season. You're probably going to get more injuries. So I'm happy. He's a guy that's worth taking a shot on in the 3rd or 4th round. Then I went to my other 3rd-round pick. I drafted Elijah Mitchell, mainly because it's San Francisco. Shanahan loves to run the ball. His running backs are always valuable. Everybody's always trying to pick those running backs up. He was a guy, I figured, what the hell. He was a 6th-round pick. He may not make the team. I know that. If he doesn't, it's fine. There's no risk on my end. A 3rd-round pick's a 3rd-round pick. I like to take chances. But you never know. If the guy impresses at camp, earns a role, eventually gets an opportunity as a starter, then you hit a home run and you got a cheap running back at a cheap salary. And at that point, you can trade him, get a bunch more picks, or you can just keep him and use him. So that's another running back I got. And then in the 4th round, I went a tight end again. I went Hunter Long. who was a third-round pick for the Miami Dolphins. Now, he's not going to be a starter this year, but he will play a little bit. This is, hey, fourth-round pick. I'll take a chance. I liked his draft capital. He was a third-round pick. There wasn't too many guys left that were third-round picks on the board. And I do put stock in draft capital because that tells you how a team feels about a player and what they're thinking about their plans for the future. So this is a guy they may use some down the road. And, listen, you could stash these guys on your taxi squad, so there's really no risk in taking chances like this. So anyways, that was my fourth round. As you can see, here's my draft recap. I got three running backs, 3 tight ends. I addressed my biggest needs. I'm not done addressing those needs. We still have our free agent auction, and that should be in August. And I will bring you guys into our auction and see how that is. If you've never done an auction league before, they're the best. It's fun. It's you bid on players you want. And if you hold the high bid for 12 hours, you win that player. And every team can bid on a player. I actually like it better than drafts because, a draft, you could only get who falls to you. With an auction, you could go for any player who's a free agent. Any player you want, you could set your target, budget what you could afford on the guy, and then actually take a shot and go for him. So as you can see, here's my team. I'm good at quarterback. My running back's stronger. I'm still going to address that in the auction and maybe through trades. You can never have enough running backs. I'm always looking to add more. I really love my receiving core. It's a young, dynamic receiving core. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Moore, Sterling Shepard's a good depth guy. And then Michael Thomas. He's only 28. He's going to bounce back. Book it. Tight ends, as you know, we addressed it. I now have at least one starter this year, and we'll see how that goes. I will address another tight end in the auction as well. I have one defense, Philadelphia Eagles. I think they'll be approved this year, but they still got a way to go. I will address tight end defense as well. And then I got my taxi squad. And as you can see, for the auction coming up in August, I got about $700 to spend. It's a nice little chunk of change. I'm probably going to work at maybe trading somebody, getting a little more extra cap room, see what I could do, and then really try and hit the auction. Because if I could hit the auction, all of a sudden I got a really good team this year, and I could compete for a title. So we'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for joining me. Please like, please subscribe, and please tune in later because I'm going to have more drafts. I'm going to have free agent auctions. I'm going to have best ball leagues. I'm going to talk more football, buy low candidates, buy high candidates, or sell high candidates. But yeah, so please look forward to more videos from me. They'll be coming, and thank you. Have a good one.